with Beard. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, friends!
This is Cat with Beard! With the
Special.
wonderful Ladybeard!
Hello, Ladybeard!
And with the wonderful Cathy Cat!
It's Weihnacht!
Frohe Weihnachten! Feliz Navidad!
Weihnacht! Hey!
Noel!
This is our snowman. What's his name, Cathy Cat?
Oh, I thought this is the rainbow snowman.
Yeah.
It is also LGBTQ plus
Oh,
friendly.
good it is. It's a very diverse snowman. That's a good point.
Diverse snowman here. I bought him from home. I saw
gonna-
him in the shop and I thought this is the cutest little rainbow snowman I've ever seen. So I brought that in for a little bit of deco. I also brought in some German sweets.
Yay.
On the right hand side, seen from you guys on YouTube. I'm going to explain it now for everyone on the podcast. It is chocolate covered and it's called Dominosteine, which means domino stones.
Oh, so delicious.
The top layer is a layer of almond marzipan. The middle layer is jelly, and the bottom layer is German gingerbread.
Ladybeard embraced it previously and entered a parallel universe of taste
I'm
delight.
so sorry. I'm going to ruin your diet
Oh,
here.
dear me. So tell you what. These are
on the-
homemade by Cathy Cat over on the left-hand side.
Oh,
here.
yes.
Amazing.
Left hand side, handmade sweets.
Look at this. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I got chocolate.
Do you know, have some fluids. Cut tape. Welcome to the Ladybeard podcast. I'm Ladybeard with my small friend Christopherson, the snowman, standing in for Cathy Cat. So, Christopherson, tell me about Christmas in Germany. Also, Weihnacht ist eine besondere Zeit. Wir sind alle zusammen mit unserer Familie und wir spielen mit dem Schneeflache. Oh, you're back. Hello.
Oh, God. That was beautiful.
Thanks.
I think I have some gingerbread in my lung right now. I breathed it in.
Do you seriously want to just cut tape and we'll come back once you're breathing
Yeah,
again?
maybe. Give me a moment.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Oh, God.
Esophagus?
Esophagus?
I don't know.
I
Larynx?
know in Japanese it's called nodochinko. That's the
Fahrenheit? What do you call it? Nodochinko? What?
Yeah, the thing in your throat.
Look at
It's
this.
true.
Look at this adults-only content, Cathy
It's okay,
Cat.
the tape is cut right now, Shiori, don't worry.
Still rolling, is it, though?
You
Look
need to
at
cut
this.
That. You need to cut
The
that.
corrupting
You
influence
need to cut
of
that.
Cathy Cat.
Cut that.
Corruption with beard. Oh, my goodness. Silent night.
Oh,
Holy night.
Okay,
I don't know the rest of the lyrics. All right.
All right,
Now-
and on the other
now-
side,
Yep.
and on the other side, we have a thing called Vanillekipferl.
Hey.
Vanillekipferl.
Oh.
So it's vanilla. I don't even know what Kipferl means. It's just it's made out of almonds, and then you dip it in. It has a lot of vanilla taste with it, of course, and a lot of powdered sugar. So these ones are the Cathy Cat handmade ones.
Yay. Cathy Cat homemade. Very impressive. Very
Yes,
impressive.
I had help. There was a girl that helped me make them because I was like, I'm not quite sure if these same ingredients exist. So we looked up ingredients and compared, and in the end, we managed to get the closest to the German recipe from my grandma that we could. She knows her baking. So yeah, I needed Japanese help for this one, but I managed to complete it in the end.
This is like a German Christmas story in itself. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Cathy who couldn't make the Schlackenbrot for Christmas, but a little Japanese girl arrived to help. That's like a German fairy tale.
It was fun. We both put on some aprons, and I used my new oven. I have now an oven. Finally, I haven't had an oven.
Really?
And baked these wonderful cookies. So
I'm very impressed. I can't. But if you wanted me to bake something, it'd be a disaster.
Germany is so big on Christmas, and that's why for me, like, I think in Germany, yes, we have the beer festival and everything, but actually the biggest season Germans celebrate is Christmas. So that's why you guys can tell, because I came in and I brought cookies for everyone. I bought a snowman decoration for everyone. I would have brought a tiny tree if I had a tiny tree. I put on Christmas music and for everyone in the studio, including the director and your manager. I just brought cookies in for everyone because that's what we do in Germany. We celebrate Christmas. It's something for everyone. It's the
good.
warm, happy season of love and joy and jolliness. And there are certain treats and sweets and stuff that you can only get in Germany for Christmas. So you can tell how exciting I am.
Your enthusiasm is fantastic. Can we just take a moment to appreciate Cathy Cat's enthusiasm for all things? Halloween, you were equally enthusiastic.
Oh, yeah, I love Halloween.
Now Christmas, you're losing your mind.
Christmas is amazing.
I don't know, what comes next? February, you've got Valentine's Day or something. You're probably going to go nuts over that one too.
If I get chocolate, I'll be happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, nonetheless, I want to appreciate just how enthusiastic you are. It's very lovely to behold.
It might as well, like we need reasons to celebrate. We just came out of 2020, 2021, that malarkey. So we might as well use every reason to celebrate it up a little bit, right?
Every scrap of merriment that can be plucked from the air must be nurtured and cultured.
Exactly.
Cultivated.
I'm going to put the temptation away now so you don't feel tempted.
You guys, the year I was in Germany, there's the calendar you hang off the Christmas tree and you peel it open every day of December and you eat Lebkuchen.
Calendars.
Yeah, Advent
yes.
calendar.
I mean, you guys listening, maybe you have an Advent calendar. It's this wonderful thing that
likely.
every day before Christmas you open a little window and every little window you open contains a little treat of chocolate or whatever. So do you have an Advent calendar?
Yeah, we have Advent calendars, but we have Advent calendars. That's the end of my story. Yes, we have Advent calendars.
Do you have one this year?
I currently don't have one.
Atrocious! We need to get you an Advent calendar. I mean, it's kind of over now. But
Where's
next year,
my
maybe.
Advent calendar? Where's my Advent calendar? Oh, that's a new song I'm recording.
Next year then.
German Christmas really is something magical because a lot of the time it snows on Christmas, which makes it feel very, very Christmassy.
Yes.
You guys actually have a tree, like a living cut down tree for Christmas.
We cut down trees
And
for
then
Christmas,
you
but don't worry, we grow them on specific Christmas tree farms.
And then you stick open candles on the tree,
real
which
candles.
seems like a fire hazard.
With fire, yeah. We put actually real candles with real wax on the real tree. And we light the candles with real fire. That's the tradition. That's where it comes from. We still do that. And when people have plastic trees, I mean, there's a lot of plastic trees, but generally, even the big trees that we have in front of city halls are real trees.
So every year, how many fires are there associated with these open flame trees?
I think families with small kids have now resorted to taking the electrical ones, but if you have responsible adults in the room, generally it's fine. There will be certain trees that are bred the way so they're spaced out, so you have actually enough space between the different parts of the branches so you don't burn the top branch. And then you have little candle holders that have a balance on the bottom that make sure that the candles are always straight.
You Germans are very good at physics.
We love our Christmas. That's what I can say.
Yeah,
Literally,
well, that's good.
there are some treats you can only get through this time. We have all the Christmas markets.
Yeah, right.
It's just,
The
it's
Christmas
wonderful.
markets are very fun,
And then the mulled wine. Oh,
Yep, the malt wine's very nice.
yes.
Very nice.
Yeah, so I'm trying to make it as merry as we can today for this episode of Cathy Cat.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
Australian Christmas is a sunshine affair.
Oh, yes, completely different, right?
Well, Australian Christmas, eh? So it's bloody sunny in that, and you get up late and we don't eat. Well, at least in my family, you don't eat hot food because it's really hot outside, so you don't want to eat hot turkeys and that.
How hot?
Hot as nonsense hot. It's the height of summer. It's like 40 degrees sometimes.
Oh, God, for Christmas.
Yeah, for Christmas. Fantastic. I love it so much. So we tend to eat cold food, like ham instead. You can have your turkey in that. That's fine. But you also eat, I think, cold food, like ham.
Like boiling for
and
Christmas.
You go outside to the backyard. You play backyard cricket or table tennis or something like that. It's bloody great. Get in the pool. So over the past 3 years, whilst I've been stuck in Japan for Christmas, I video called with my family, and they've been like in the pool and whatnot, and I've been like freezing in the great Tokyo frost. And I've thought to myself, oh, that looks like a warm Christmas environment to be in. Yeah.
It's very different. So we have German Christmas, which is in my opinion, you might disagree, but in my opinion, it's like the hub of Christmas spirit. I think I've experienced Christmas in different countries. So far, Germany has been the best, in my opinion, but obviously I'm a little bit biased. But
Someone's ranking Christmas experiences.
But then we have your hot Christmas.
Hey, hot Christmas. Hey, all right.
Definitely, we can't beat you on the hotness.
Hey,
Your
go
Christmas
surfing
definitely
on
hotter.
the
Everyone
beach at that
probably
on
go
Christmas.
around with beach and shorts. And that's hot in a different way.
Yeah.
It makes your heart nice and warm and cozy as well in a different way. But Japanese Christmas is also very different.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
different
very
dimension of hot.
different. you ready to?
For the uninitiated, Cathy Cat, what is the staple food of Japanese Christmas?
You might have already heard it, guys, but it's Kentucky Fried Chicken.
It's Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's so strange.
KFC,
I believe, is the formal
KFC.
name nowadays. KFC. They got concerned about the word fried. They didn't want that associated with their branding anymore.
Huh.
Yeah, so they
But
made
the
KFC.
F is still in there, although it would just be KC. Still fried chicken. There's still the F for
Yeah,
fried.
it's still finger looking good.
Yeah. I think what Kentucky did is when the kind of like the Western Christmas thing was kind of coming more and more to Japan, they kind of did really good with commercials. And we're like, ooh, this is the thing that Westerners have. This is what Christmas is like. You have to have the fried chicken for Christmas. And everyone ate it up, ate the commercial up, and in the end also the chicken. So you will have to book your Christmas chicken in advance. If you haven't booked it by now, it's probably too late.
Yep.
And it's like a big deal to get Kentucky Fried Chicken. Or recently, convenience stores are doing their own version of
Convenience
fried
stores,
chicken.
there's fried chicken everywhere.
Oh,
The convenience stores on Christmas Day. At the convenience stores, there'll be like a little lady wearing a Father Christmas hat standing outside the convenience store with like a Bae Marie full of fried chicken.
Oh yeah, all the fried chicken. And
Bro.
one more item that is not to be missed, apart from the fried chicken. You know what it is?
Potato?
No,
What?
the Christmas cake.
Christmas cake?
Yeah, Christmas cake.
Please explain. What is it like with the sultanas and raisins?
No, I thought so. Like in Germany, we have like really dense. We call that it's like a fruit bread that we have. Stollen.
That's Christmas cake in Australia.
And then in France, we have the bûche de Noël, right?
Yeah, bread.
Then in the UK, we have probably mince pies and stuff
probably
like
eating
that.
blood pudding or something on Christmas over there.
Christmas pudding. That's also equally interesting. But in Japan, the Christmas pudding is literally a birthday cake, just that it's now a Christmas cake. Right, it's like a
you're
it's
right.
a sponge cake and,
You're right.
and with strawberries in it, and that's now a Christmas cake.
Yeah.
Now it's like literally you take off that happy birthday sign and you put on a Christmas tree and you're done.
You're right. That's exactly what a Japanese Christmas cake is.
It's the exact same thing, the same sponge cake thing.
That
and there you go.
is brilliantly efficient. Why didn't you Germans think of that? You love efficiency. Why don't you think of just the same cake?
Because we have like 30, 40, 50 different types of cookies and sweets that we have just for Christmas. So that's why actually I bought one type of cookies today.
Okay.
Of Christmas biscuits
Very nice.
in today. Usually what we do in Germany is actually we bake like a whole load of them. Like we bought different types, like let's say 5 different types.
Yeah.
Then we put them into a little bag, tie it all up, and then we give that as gifts to people.
That's delightful.
So yeah.
Do you do that in Japan? How do the Japanese react?
I don't know. This is the very first time I had the chance to bake. I didn't have an oven until now. So how was the Christmas spirit for you? I brought tea and I brought biscuits. How was that? Yay!
Thumbs up
Thank
from the
you.
Japanese contingency.
Yes.
Excellent.
It was awesome. So now we know what people eat for Christmas.
Yep.
Do you know what people do for Christmas?
Well, tell us what people do for Christmas, Cathy Cat.
Christmas is pretty much like the Western Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm. It's date night.
Yeah.
Christmas is date night.
It's date night. And you have to kind of have your Christmas date because otherwise it's kind of uncool. So some people actually try to purposely set it up that they have someone to go out with on a Christmas night date.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that, really.
Yeah, some people
If you don't
actually-
have so it's like Valentine's Day. If you don't have a Christmas date, you're lame.
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
So some people will actually try and make sure that they have a date.
I wonder if there are Christmas date agencies that hook up singles. There probably are,
And
right?
you have a new business idea there.
Yeah, I do.
TheChristmasDate.com.
Oh, he changes colours. Oh, no, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does. He does. But not if you smack him.
when you smack him.
You have to just wait. Give him some time.
Oh,
to
there he
to
goes. Look
show
at
his
that. That was
true
good. He
colours.
just
There we go.
did it in his own accord.
Yes.
Yes. Domestic violence gets you nowhere.
Nope.
Sorry, Christopherson. We were talking about
Date
Japanese
night.
Christmas. What's
So
going
date
on?
night. There is a kind of play on words that people say, and it's sei naru yoru, which can mean holy night or sexy night. It is literally a play on changing the kanji, the Chinese letter for it, and it can mean holy night or sexy night.
Bit much.
Yeah, apparently it's really hard to book a restaurant because everyone's on dates.
Yeah, everyone's on a date. Yep.
It's really hard to find a hotel place because also everyone's doing things after dates. Let's move on
The
from
other
that.
thing is, in the cities, they do very nice, like, light displays, what the Japanese call illumination.
Oh,
They have very nice
yeah.
illuminations everywhere on Christmas.
That
like,
is, you kind of got yourself a perfect setup there.
Well,
Japanese
exactly
people
right.
have a set up there because it's cold, and then you have those beautiful lights, like all of Tokyo Station, for example, is lit up.
Beautiful. Every major station, beautiful lights.
Wonderful, and then they have this what is it, blue tunnel somewhere?
Yes.
Yeah. Literally in Shibuya and Yogi, there's like this tunnel of just blue lights.
Blue lights everywhere.
Wonderful, it's magical.
And because it's the winter, the air is really kind of crisp and clean, and it does feel very magical.
And
Actually,
it's perfect, right? You go like, "Oh, are you cold? Can I give the code, or you cuddle, or you hold hands and you
cuddle up closely.
Yeah,
I'll keep you warm.
It is. I can understand why people use that as a date. Well, in Germany, obviously, it's more of a family affair.
That's right. So that's right. Yeah, in Japan, Christmas is less a family affair. The family affair would be New Year's.
Yes,
which is
like
interesting because
swapped.
in the Western world, New Year's is a freaking party, eh? Where I come from. All right. A lot of things get damaged on New Year's Eve in Australia. So a lot of public property gets destroyed.
Oh, just talking about it, in Germany, we get fireworks. We're allowed. Normal citizens are allowed to use real fireworks. I don't mean the handheld thing. I don't mean the thing that you put on the floor. I mean the rockets that you shoot into the sky and that explode. And I still think, how is this possible that even now you give very drunk people very dangerous fireworks? And the sirens are pre-programmed every New Year's. I feel so sorry for all the apples because obviously very drunk people.
Yeah, it's hilarious,
What else
though.
can I say?
We're talking about New Year's next time, though, so let's keep it on the old
New
Christmas.
Year's. Moving on from Christmas. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas coming up to you. And don't worry, you can always choose a different type of Christmas if you feel like this year you're spicing it up.
Oh, we are talking about New Year's this time. I'm sorry, I totally misinterpreted this collection of scripts. Ladybeard messed up. Back to New Year's talking. Yes. I hope you... Hey, wait, no, now we got to mix up. Merry Christmas, New Year. What?
So yeah, Christmas and New Year is like a swap. It's a good interlude into it, actually.
Good point. We did well.
Because in Japan, Christmas and New Year's is very, very swapped. So we
That's
now
right.
have in Japan, you had the date, and you had the cake, and you had the date, the cake, and the fried chicken. Wonderful. You had a wonderful day. Don't forget, guys, Christmas is not a holiday here.
No, you got to go to work the next day.
Yeah.
Gotta
You
be
have
up
a
at
party on the
6.
on the night of the 24th, Christmas Eve, the Seinare Yoru, the sexy night, and on the next day you have to go to work. There used to be a holiday just on, I think, 23rd from the last emperor's birthday. Thank you for nodding. Thanks for the information. I needed that. There used to be a holiday, and to be honest, as a Western person, that was the thing I was looking forward to. It's like a semi-Christmas day off, but since we now changed the emperor, that holiday is gone. So there's absolutely no holiday on Christmas. This year we're lucky. Next year we just have to work through it.
Thanks, Imperial family.
I was just hoping they would just change the day. You know how there's like a Midori no Hi, a green holiday here in Japan? Why did they not change that into whatever? Red Day. Because Santa.
Maybe you could just make your own day, like everyone, like on Twitter, every day is a new day. You could just make Christmas holiday day.
It would have been awesome, but unfortunately, no. Now the new emperor's birthday is the next day off, but well.
New emperor.
So no holiday for Christmas, and barely anyone is Christian in Japanese anyways.
Yeah,
what was it? I think there's 0.8% of the population are Christian.
Tiny percentage.
So there's not really much going
Not
on.
very
with
much
that.
religious going on. Oh, yeah, that's right. I guess if you are a church
I mean, all the religion thing is kind of removed from Christmas here in Japan, which I think is all right, right? It's not.
Well, that's how
it's
they
fine.
do
They
it.
just like, hey, I like gift giving. I like going on dates. Let's make this a party.
Yeah. That's what it is in Japan. It's just a nice
Just
time.
make
really.
Christmas the way you want to celebrate Christmas. Like I said, any chance to celebrate, bake cookies or go on dates or make it nice.
Does something particular happen in between, like Boxing Day, the 26th, and then the 31st? Is that week a particular week?
There is, hold on, what is it called?
Asbestos.
No. It's close to it though. There is a cleaning week that comes to it.
Oh, you're right. Cleaning
Week.
Yep.
What is it called again? Can we have the word for it?
Scrub-a-dub day?
Or
there you go.
soji.
I
Oh
was
yeah,
close. I
literally
was
it says
close.
the big cleanup. Literally it translates into the big cleanup, and you have to clean your house squeaky clean from top to bottom to make sure that it's all nice and pretty for the new year. It's like a spring clean for New Year's. Have you ever had to do a spring clean?
Hell no! I ain't cleaning anything.
You're lucky because at my company, spring clean is mandatory for all people who work in my company.
Dear me, that sounds awful.
So legit. I remember one spring clean, we actually even took off, those square tiles on the floor,
yeah.
the carpeting. We even changed the carpeting that looked worn out and replaced the carpeting, screened everything down. If anyone's umbrellas have been standing here for years, they get thrown out. It's a real clean out. Like people,
Really?
even companies take it serious.
Well, okay. Well, there goes that parka that I left at the gymnastics gym 5 years ago. It'd been the lost and found box, but I guess no more. I've had 5 New Years since then.
Yeah, New Year's is when everything gets cleaned out. So if you have anything you really want to throw away or anything big that you want to throw away, might be quite busy because a lot of people are cleaning things out. Everything. The New Year is like the most important time for Japanese people. Like the most meaningful time for Japanese people.
It's the family day, New Year. So New Year's Eve, Cathy Cat, tell us, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, what's Japanese procedure?
Oh, okay. Let's go. We have first Christmas, then we have the big clean.
The big clean.
Then we have Bonenkai.
Bonenkai?
Bonenkai is when you meet people you've worked with to kind of forget about what happened the last year. You go for a lot of drinks.
Oh, I thought it was just a good time.
No, you have a good time, but it's the idea of it is like forget what bad stuff happened,
okay, fair enough.
bring in the new year, and then you after the house is squeaky clean. Finally, Japanese people get a day off. So finally,
Just one.
no, there's more. But
How many
I
days
think the
off do they get?
31st is a day off, right? Yes, the 31st is finally a day off. So you've been cleaning like crazy and getting everything done and meeting your colleagues one more time for big drinks, and then finally 31st you get a day off.
That was relaxing. There was a lot of faffing around, wasn't there? We had to go on dates.
It
We
gets
had to
busy.
clean things. Thank goodness we cleaned things before the date. We cleaned things after the
No,
date.
after the date.
Hang on, I don't know which one's better. Do you want to be clean before your date, or do you want to?
We're not talking about you
get
cleaning
after
yourself.
your
You
date?
should do that every day, not just at the end of the year.
But then you get a day off at last, and what do? You go see the family.
I don't know, at least I was living with Japanese host families before, and the meeting the family happens on the 1st and the 2nd. On the 31st, it seems to be more like, okay, wherever you are, you sit down, you have your soba noodles that are a symbol for
soba
long
noodles.
life.
That's the New Year meal. Soba
You
noodles.
watch Kohaku.
Or the Ryzen MMA.
All right, okay,
That's
yes.
the other option.
Okay, please explain Kohaku and MMA.
Kohaku is the yearly music countdown that they have on NHK. So there's a big concert, and it's the top 10 artists of the year. Is that right? The Japanese contingency is not paying attention. I think it's the top.
Not just the top 10. There's a lot of artists who
Lot
kind
of
of like bring in the
artists.
new year, a lot of
The
songs.
big
and there's
old
a
concert,
countdown.
which is televised. They have it in NHK Hall in Shibuya. And that's a fantastic affair for everybody. And it's kind of like a gala, lots of big costumes.
Yeah,
and
and it's
so forth.
important that you're there. If you're kind
Yeah.
of not invited to that, you're on your way out.
You're not cool.
Yeah, you're on your way out in the
So
entertainment
everyone
industry.
has to either watch that on TV. It seems like it's mandatory. You must watch it on TV, or your other option is to watch the MMA, the mixed martial arts. And frankly, that's an interesting dichotomy of choice you have there.
Okay.
Either music countdown or fights. And also, it's always Ryzen MMA. It used to be Pride, I think, on years, but now it's Ryzen, and they're kind of, a lot of them are not necessarily professional fighters. They're just sort of celebrities who have a fight that night. So a lot of them are not very good at fighting. So it's quite something to behold, actually. It'll be things like, well, here's a sumo wrestler, and here's a chef. Well, let's make him have a fight. It's things like this.
Oh, right.
There's a celebrity chef or a TikToker who's interested in trying MMA. All right, let's put them in the ring together, see what happens. So you get your soba noodles and you watch the MMA or the kohaku.
Right. That's a thing.
Music or violence, take your pick.
Fantastic. So, those are the other things. So then the New Year's rings in, and then there's certain things for the New Year's night.
Yep.
Usually a temple rings a bell 108 times, I think.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Let me see. I think it's 108 times.
That's real dedication, isn't it?
Yeah, that's for like the 108 times is for like all the sins, to get rid of all the sins that humans have. It's a temple thing. So
that right? Is
that's
this
from Buddhism. It's not from Shintoism.
Specifically, there's 108 sins. Can you name them all?
No, can you?
Number 1, being a little bit smelly. Number 2, being a little bit silly.
Number 3, shouting in Cathy Cat's ear.
That's not a sin, that's a blessing, Cathy Cat. A lot of humans were joyous for this experience.
I know. Oh, what I mentioned, forgot to mention actually, is also there's a lot of decoration. So once you clean out the house, you actually have a lot of displays
That's
in
very
your
true.
house.
You do.
And one thing that brings us back a little bit to Christmas, what shocked me a little bit, because I'm obviously a big Christmas person. The first week of December, I went into the 100 yen store to get myself more Christmas decorations.
As you do. Good.
As you would.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas decorations were already on sale to get them out of the store.
Get them out of the store.
Yeah, so
okay.
all the New Year's decorations can fit on the same shelves.
They do start pumping Christmas in like September.
Yeah,
to be fair.
but then they're like, out.
They
We
get
need
it out
space
of there
for
at the
the
start of December.
New Year's decorations. Out with that.
So for New Year's, you got to hang that little thingamabob on your door, yeah?
Yeah, there's a thingamabob on the door. There's also the Kagami Mochi rice cake. It's like rice cake with a little orange on top. It's like, how do you even explain
It's
it?
made of rice.
It's like, it's soft rice on top of each other. You decorate
Little
that.
rice cake, and it looks adorable. It looks like
so
it looks like it should be sweet, but it ain't.
Yeah, it's an offering to the gods. And there's also the kadomatsu, which is, I think, is this bamboo.
That's the hang on the door thingamajig, isn't it?
You
The
hang it on the
kadomatsu,
door,
yeah, hang
or
on
you
the
have it
door.
standing next to the door. Like it's from when the gods come to visit you at home to invite them in. It's like a little of a wonderful thing there as well.
These gods are very liberal with their travelling, aren't they? They visit everyone in the whole country.
I guess
Well,
so,
that's
you're trying
good.
to- Yeah, it's like Santa.
Yeah,
Again, we
good
have
point, like
a
Santa.
little connection here with Santa.
Yeah.
So we can kind of compare New Year's a little bit with that as well. You know, you get
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
ready, and there is one thing we all send Christmas cards, right?
Yeah. Yep. You do that. Yep.
And in Japan, they don't send Christmas cards;
No.
they send nengajo, which are New Year's cards.
New Year's cards. Yep.
Do you know what happens if you write a New Year's card before New Year?
You grow a third ear.
No.
No. What happens?
All the New Year's cards that have the official New Year's stamp on it from the post office will actually be held at the post office, so they don't get delivered too early in the
Really?
old year. You don't want to do that.
Really?
So they keep them and collect them all for that person at the post office, and then on the 1st of January, it gets delivered.
That's very well organized, isn't it? Very
Yeah.
considerate. Hang on. So the post men, women, and transgender friends, they're all going to work on Christmas Day then?
On New Year's Day.
Sorry, New Year's Day.
Yes, that's actually the busiest for them, I think, because
that right?
Sometimes you have like a pile of like 10 to 30 of those New Year's cards that you get delivered, because it's kind of a good custom for not just friends, but also to like good connections with your work, acquaintances, further family members. Everyone gets a New Year's card, ideally maybe with the New Year's animal, which will then kind of...
What is it this year? The rabbit, right?
So 2022 was the tiger.
Yes.
And the next year, 2023, is going to be the bunny year.
Yeah, okay, rabbit time. All right.
Rabbit.
Well, hop to it and organise your New Year's cards. Ha!
The average amount of cards that Japanese people write is actually for these New Year's cards. Well, you know what the number is? Don't look at the script.
Hang on, with average number of cards that one
Just
individual
guess,
writes.
how many cards would average when one person write and send to families, friends, and work colleagues?
632.4708.
Totally correct with 45. You were right.
I was so accurate.
45.
I was so accurate.
Which is a lot. But right now, a lot of people just print them. So the only thing that you literally just, you don't even have to sign them anymore.
just
You just
print 'em
print
off.
them on both sides and just send
just
them
send
off.
them out.
Already
Well-
has the stamp on most of those cards already attached as well, so you don't even need to lick it and stick it.
It's very impressive to me that they're still setting out the physical cards. It's not just a digital kind of like, boo.
There
have
are
a
digital ones, and there's a
clickety-clack.
lot of New Year's line stamps right now.
Right.
So I was looking on the Line store actually today, because that's the app that everyone communicates with. It's like the WhatsApp for Japan. And on that store, it was literally all just line, like New Year's. So that
Yep.
seems to be a new thing.
New Year's.
So, the temple strikes 108 times, and everyone does the countdown. Actually, what I find interesting is I thought the 108 times ends when it's the new year. It kind of brings actually into the new year.
Oh, is that
So
right? Okay, it
carries
goes
you
over
over.
midnight. I see.
Yes.
Fair enough. Those
So-
monks are out of bed late, aren't they?
Yes, they
Ringing
are.
bells.
Oh, well, that's kind of the
Party
main thing.
people, monks. I thought they lived a life of subsistence. No, they're up till 2 in the morning, ringing bells,
Ringing bells.
acting like teenagers. Unbelievable.
I actually have a bit of a story about that.
About a teenage monk. Sounds like a
don't
kung
ruin
fu
it.
film.
Don't ruin it. Otherwise, I don't want to tell it.
Oh, tell us your monk story.
I had, due to a miracle at the beginning or the end of 2021, 2022, I had, thanks to a miracle, managed to get a ticket to Kiyomizu-dera Temple at night to ring the bell.
Oh, wow, really?
Yes. So, of course, the monks rang the bell for NHK, but there were also certain people who were allowed to ring the bell.
Really?
I was one of the 108.
Wow. Really?
Yes.
The whole nation's only 108 people?
Well, at Kiyomizu-dera, yes.
Oh, I see,
At
I see.
other temples, they also ring the bell. But
so
two
everyone.
people together were allowed as a team to ring the bell. So I was one of the 108 bell rings at
Congratulations.
Kiyomizu-dera Temple. Was me and a girl that happened to be there.
Congratulations.
So it kind of feels very, very special to me how I rang in the year 2022.
Tell us about the miracle.
Well, I have a hotel I love staying at, and I've featured that on my YouTube channel before. And I mentioned that I would love to see Kiyomizu-dera on New Year's night, and he said, sorry, Kiyomizu-dera is closed during that. Only if you have a ticket that you had to stand in line for in advance, you might get in. But again, the ticket is super rare. A lot of people want to get to it. 108, so times 2, that's like 216. Only 216 people are allowed to ring the bell, right? And that night, for a miracle, it started snowing.
Okay, oh, that is miraculous. Okay.
In Kyoto. And just that night it started snowing. And because it was so snowy, one of the people that was supposed to come and ring the bell didn't want to come because they had a nice car. So I got the miracle golden ticket to ring the bell at Kiyomizu-dera Temple. I was crying in happiness, and when I was there, it was a wonderful experience that I'll never forget. So whenever people now talk about the 108 bell rings in the new year, I always remember that night.
So your joy is another's misery.
No, that person chose not to. Like, they were
Good
like, oh, I don't
point.
want to
They have a nice car as well, don't
Yeah,
they?
they were
Nuts
like,
to
oh, I
them.
don't want to go with my
Nuts to them.
sports
They didn't
car.
deserve to ring the bell. Let's have a Cathy Cat ringing bells, bringing the new year. Good job, Cathy Cat. You've
Yeah,
done
I
well.
was very, very happy. So yeah, it's very, very special things. Anyways, we are now in the new year, and there's a lot more things in the new year.
Oh.
But since we are at New Year, how much time do we have left? Because I have a feeling we've been talking a lot.
Yeah, we better
2-3
wrap this
minutes.
bad boy up. We better wrap this
Shall
bad
we
boy
do
up.
more New Year's in the New Year's episode? How about we mention more about what happens on the other side of New Year? Once you are in the New Year, there's a lot of other things that Japanese people do. Let's mention that in our New Year's episode and our wrap-up of 2022 and our start of 2023.
Sounds like a great
Sounds
plan.
like a plan. Ladybeard, what would you like to share with the wonderful listeners and viewers on our YouTube channel?
You can go to the internet and follow at Ladybeard_Japan and my group Babybeard at Babybeard_Japan. Cathy Cat, what would you like to tell the friends?
Cathy Cat _TV.
Did I say bar?
I always kept saying underbar. Now I'm
right,
trying to
okay.
say underscore.
Good
It's
girl,
the
good
thing
girl,
that
good
lies
girl.
on the floor. That's the one I went underscore
Good point.
TV.
Oh, see, yeah, true that.
Underscore that lies on the floor TV. You can find me on YouTube, on Instagram. Instagram would be great. Oh my gosh, Instagram and the algorithm has changed so much. But if you just want to come and hang out and chat with me, I'm also on Twitch and I stream several times a week if I can and find the time. So come on over, say hi. And I also do Japan Railway Journal, a program about Japanese railways on NHK World. But Cat with Beard has something else for you in store.
What do we have in store?
The YouTube channel. Plug
There's
the YouTube channel.
A blocked YouTube channel.
No, plug the YouTube channel.
There's a black YouTube channel.
No. We have a YouTube channel.
We have a YouTube channel, I'm
Yes,
told.
yes.
And I don't know why I'm telling you.
Because you should follow it.
Oh, you should totally follow it. Follow our YouTube channel. Follow Cat with Beard on the YouTube.
From Japan.
From
Also, if you
Japan.
can't find our podcast anywhere, just type in Cat with Beard from Japan. I shouted
Sure.
at Alexa about 20 times, going, play Cat with Beard podcast. She was like, there is no Cat with Beard podcast. I'm going to play Cat with Beard podcast. There is a Beard podcast. No, Cat podcast. No. I tried everything.
Did
Cat
you,
with Beard from Japan is, and if you tell that to Alexa, she might play it.
Maybe you just could have said please.
Yeah. Next time I'll say please, but that woman and I don't get along that well.
We'll see you next time on Cat